Welcome, explorers of the mind. Today, we plunge into the depths of existentialism, a philosophy that may just change your outlook on life. This isn't your average pop culture philosophy, nor is it a fleeting trend. It's a timeless perspective, a philosophical tradition that has been part of the human narrative for centuries, and it's about to blow your mind. Existentialism, at its core, is a philosophy that emphasizes individual existence, freedom, and choice. It's the belief that we, as humans, are free agents in a universe that doesn't care about us or our actions. Sounds a bit bleak, right? But there's a silver lining, promise. Although existentialism may seem a bit daunting, it's actually a perspective that can empower us. It allows us to understand that we are not bound by fate, by divine design, or by any preconceived notions of what our lives should be. We are free to create our own path, to give our own meaning to a seemingly indifferent universe. This philosophy has roots that dig deep into the soils of history, sprouting from the minds of great thinkers like Soren Kierkegaard and Friedrich Nietzsche, who challenged the status quo of their times, daring to ask the big questions about existence, freedom, and meaning. Why does this matter? Well, existentialism challenges us to confront the fundamental aspects of our existence. It nudges us to question our place in the world, our purpose, and the choices we make. It pushes us to reject societal expectations and to embrace our individuality. It's a philosophy that doesn't just invite us to think, it demands it. So buckle up, as we set off on a journey into the realm of existentialism. You might just come out the other side a changed person. At the heart of existentialism lie 5 fundamental tenets, each a fascinating concept that might make you question everything you thought you knew. First, let's talk about existence precedes essence. This principle suggests that we first exist, and then each of us is responsible for defining our own essence or purpose in life. It's like being handed a blank canvas and a palette of paints, with the freedom to create your own masterpiece. Then we have freedom, responsibility, and the absurd. In existentialism, every individual is free to make their own choices. But with this freedom comes a hefty dose of responsibility. And sometimes the sheer absurdity of life can make these choices feel overwhelming. But hey, in this philosophy, it's all part of the package. Third, we delve into subjectivity. Existentialists argue that our understanding of the world is based on our personal experiences. Basically, your truth may not be my truth, and that's perfectly okay. Next is the concept of authenticity. This tenet encourages us to live true to ourselves, not to conform to societal norms or expectations. It's about embracing who we are, quirks and all. Finally, we confront the big one, existential despair. This is the anxiety or dread that comes from grappling with life's big questions, like the meaning of life, death, and the uncertainty of what lies beyond. It's heavy, sure, but existentialists believe it's a crucial part of the human experience. So there you have it, the 5 fundamental tenets of existentialism. Existence precedes essence, freedom, responsibility, and the absurd, subjectivity, authenticity, and existential despair. Each one a thought-provoking concept that challenges our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Now that we've got the basics covered, let's dive into each of these tenets and see how they shape our understanding of life. Ever felt a sense of dread for no apparent reason? Welcome to the world of existential anxiety and angst. Imagine a sudden, eerie feeling of dread, like you're a character in a horror movie. But there's no creepy music, no lurking shadows, just you and this sinking feeling. That, my friends, is existential anxiety, a deep-seated unease about life's big questions. Who am I? Why am I here? What's the purpose of it all? It's like the universe threw a surprise philosophy pop quiz, and you didn't study. Now, let's amp it up a notch. Imagine that dread is a constant companion, a relentless whisperer of doubt and despair. That's existential angst. It's not just about fear for life's uncertainties, it's about grappling with the very essence of existence itself. And here's the kicker. This existential anxiety and angst, they're not just for philosophers musing in smoky cafes. They're incredibly relevant today, especially among teenagers navigating the choppy waters of identity and purpose. So, the next time you feel that inexplicable dread, remember, it's just your existential angst kicking in. Ever wondered what it means to be truly yourself? Let's explore the existentialist take on authenticity and responsibility. In existentialism, authenticity is about aligning our actions with our beliefs and values, not bending to societal pressures or external influences. It's about being genuine, not a copycat. And here's where responsibility comes in. You see, existentialists believe we're all free to choose, free to act. But with this freedom comes a hefty side of responsibility. We're responsible for our actions, our choices, and ultimately, for shaping our own life narrative. No blaming society, fate, or your annoying little brother. This might sound a bit heavy, but it's actually liberating. By taking charge of our own lives, we're not just bouncing around the pinball machine of life. We're the ones pushing the buttons. So, authenticity in existentialism isn't about being unique or different, but about being true to oneself and taking responsibility for one's actions. Freedom, a word we all love. But in existentialism, it takes on a whole new meaning. It's not just about being free to choose between vanilla or chocolate ice cream. It's about choosing who you are and who you want to be in this vast universe. In existentialist thought, freedom isn't just about the absence of constraints. It's about the choices we make and the responsibility we bear for those choices. Each choice we make, big or small, maps the course of our existence. It's like being the captain of your own ship on an endless sea. There's no predetermined course. There's no cosmic GPS. Just you, your ship, and the open sea of possibilities. The freedom to choose brings with it the burden of responsibility. It's like a 2-for-1 deal you never asked for, but got anyway. Remember, in existentialism, freedom isn't just about doing what you want, it's about making choices that shape your very existence. Now, let's meet the masterminds behind these mind-boggling concepts, the key existentialist thinkers. Our first thinker is a man who needs no introduction, Jean-Paul Sartre. This French philosopher is often regarded as the father of existentialism. His work, Being and Nothingness, is a cornerstone of existential thought. He posited that existence precedes essence, meaning we first exist, then define ourselves and our purpose. This flipped the script on traditional philosophy, which held that essence or our inherent nature comes before existence. Next up, we have Albert Camus, another French philosopher and author of The Myth of Sisyphus. Camus is known for his concept of the absurd, the conflict between our desire for order and the chaotic nature of the universe. He argued that we must embrace the absurdity of life and find meaning in our own actions. Then there's Friedrich Nietzsche. This German philosopher is known for his provocative statement, "God is dead." Nietzsche argued that traditional values, especially those of Christianity, were no longer relevant in the modern world. His emphasis on individualism and self-determination has significantly influenced existentialist thought. Each of these thinkers contributed uniquely to existentialism. Sartre, with his focus on self-definition and freedom, Camus, with his embrace of life's absurdity, and Nietzsche, with his critique of traditional values. They challenged us to question our existence, to confront our anxieties, and to live authentically. Their impact on philosophy, and indeed on the world, cannot be overstated. Sartre's ideas have influenced a wide array of fields, from psychology to literature. Camus' exploration of the absurd has resonated with countless individuals grappling with life's meaninglessness. And Nietzsche's critique of traditional values continues to provoke thought and debate. These thinkers didn't just philosophize about existentialism, they lived it. And in doing so, they've left an indelible mark on the world of philosophy. Their ideas continue to challenge, inspire, and provoke us to this day. And for that, we owe them a debt of gratitude. So, we've journeyed through the fascinating world of existentialism, but what does it all mean for you? Let's take a moment to recap. We've unearthed the 5 fundamental tenets of existentialism, grappled with the concept of existential angst, and explored the importance of authenticity and responsibility. We've also considered the liberating yet daunting idea of existential freedom and choice, and delved into the minds of key existentialist thinkers and their impact. These concepts, while complex, are not confined to the dusty corners of a philosophy textbook. They are designed to be lived and breathed, to resonate in the echo chambers of your daily life. So as you navigate your own existence, consider these ideas, reflect on your own authenticity, your freedom, and how you respond to existential angst. Remember, existentialism isn't just a philosophy, it's a way of living. So go forth and live authentically, embrace your freedom, and remember, in the face of existential angst, you're not alone.